Jai Om Vishnupad Paramahamsa Parivrajagacharya Stuttarasita Sri Srimati Divine Grace ISKCON Founder Acharya Jagadguru Sri Bhakti Vedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai Om Vishnupad Paramahamsa Parivrajagacharya Stuttarasita Sri Srimati Divine Grace Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur Prabhupada Ki Ananta Kori Vaishnava Vrinda Ki Jai, Ramalacharya Srila Haridas Thakur Ki Jai. Prem Krishna Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadara Sri Vasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Ki Jai. Shri Shri Radha Krishna Gopal Gopinath Shyama Kundara Kunda Giri Garudan Ki Vrindavan Dham Ki Navadvip Maitri Dham Ki Jagannath Puri Dham Ki Jamuna Mai Ki Jai, Ganges Mai Ki Jai, Tulasi Devi Ki Jai, Bhakti Devi Ki Jai, Samaveta Bhakta Vrinda Ki Jai, Hitai Gaura Premanand, all glorious assembled devotees, all glorious assembled devotees, all glorious assembled devotees. Glory to Shri Guru Shri Gauranga. Om Jnana Timirandasya Jnananjana Salakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Sri Gurave Namaha Sri Chaitanya Manubhishtam Stapitam Jena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadama Dadati Svapadantikam Vandeham Sri Gurun Sri Yuttapada Kamala Shri Gurun Vaishnavanscha Sri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagana Raghunatam Vitam Tam Sajima Sadvaitam Savadutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Deva Shri Radha Krishna Pada Sahagana Lalita Sri Visakamritamscha He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dinabandhu Jagatpati Gopisai Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namastuti Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrisavani Siti Devi Kanamami Hari Priya Vanchakalpatarubhyascha Patubhyaye Vacha Patitanam Pavinibhyo Vaishnavyo Namo Namaha Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Srivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Srila Prabhupada Ki, Sri Isopanisad Ki. Hare Krishna. So we are looking at Sri Isopanisad, very small book. It's Upanishad. Upanishad means that knowledge which keep the jivas connected with Krishna by destroying our ignorance. That is Upanishad. That knowledge which keep the jivas close to Krishna, destroying our ignorance. is Upanishad. So when we approach our scriptures like the Upanishad and all our scriptures with the Vedas, the Veda, the importance of Vedic knowledge. They give us the importance of Vedic knowledge. So we get from Upanishad. So as Upanishad is a Vedic literature, a brief explanation is given of what are the Vedas. What are the Vedas? How the Vedic knowledge is authentic and how it is relevant to us. And what is the process of acquiring this Vedic knowledge? This you get from Upanishad. Sri Upanishad is a Vedic literature. Vedic literature. He gave us explanation. What is the Veda? What are the Vedas? How Vedic knowledge is authentic. How Vedic knowledge is authentic. How is it relevant to us? How the Vedas are related to us. What is the relevance? And we will also know from here how to get this knowledge. Sri Upanishad explained how to get this knowledge. So we're going to look at all these things in this small book. So here it begins from invocation. We have invocation, is guidelines, and also this small book is very, very powerful because of the knowledge you're going to get from here. This small book, when you go through the whole Upanishad, you will understand where is our position in the universe. We know our position as living entities. We know where we belong. The Vedas put us where we are. You will see it clearly when you finish Sri Upanishad. You know. So there is vision, guidelines, and prayers. In the invocation, lays the foundation of knowledge of supreme process. This will take us from mantra 1 to 4. Mantra 1 to 4. Practices for living entities, mantra 5 and 6. Knowledge of the Supreme Person, mantra 6 and 8. Knowledge and practice for spiritual vision. Mantra 11 to 9. Guidelines for knowledge, guidelines for practices. It will take us from 12 to 14. Mantras 15, 16, prayers for knowledge, and 17 and 18, prayers for practice. That's a breakdown. 1 to 4. The process for living entities. The practices for the living entities. Practices for living entities. This you get from mantra 1 to 4. The practices for the living entities. What is the practice for the living entities? 4 and 5. We will learn the knowledge of the Supreme Person. Knowledge of the Supreme Person. Mantra 6 and 5. Knowledge and practices of spiritual vision. Six and 8. 4, 5 in knowledge of the Supreme Person. 6 to 8. 6 to 8. Knowledge and practice for spiritual vision. Spiritual vision. Mantras 9 to 11. 9 to 11. The guidelines for knowledge. Guidelines for knowledge. (12 to 14). We have the guidelines for practice. To practice. (15 to 16, 17 to 15). Wait, I'm just putting it together. 15, from 15 to the last, 18, is about prayers. This is prayers. In general. Then subdivision. Subdivision. 15 to 16 is prayers for knowledge. Prayers for knowledge. That is 15, 16, yes, prayers for knowledge. And 17 and 18, it is prayers for practice. Prayers for practice.
The first is 1 to 3 or 1 to 4?
1 to 4.
But then again second is 4 to 5.
It's okay.
Yes.
Yes. You see the prayers? The last one. Yes. This is a summary for the whole 18 mantras. This is a summary. So there are 3 sections: the vision, guidelines, and prayers. There are the 3 sections, 3 divisions for the whole 18 mantras, the 3 divisions: vision, guidelines, and prayers. Then to subdivide it, I've already given you to subdivide it, then you go into details 1 to 4. It's 1 to 4. Let's see properly. 1 to 3. Yeah, 1 to 3, 1 to 4. 4 and 5. Yeah, 1 to 3. Then 4 and 5. 1 to 3. Sorry. Practices for living entities. 4, 6. Knowledge of the Supreme Person. 6, 8. Knowledge and practice of spiritual vision. 9, 11. Guidelines for knowledge. 12 to 14. Guidelines for practice. 15, 16. Prayers for knowledge. And 17, 18 is prayers for practice. Who said this prayer? This 17, 18 prayer, who said it? Swami. So this is his prayer. Swami. He said these prayers. Yes, he is a very powerful person. How powerful is Swami? You see, the sages, even our movement, a heavy campaign is there. The Swami's guru should not manage. Only householders will manage. That campaign has been there for years. Swamis, gurus, no management. Travel and preach. Management, only householders. And the reason is, you are a spiritual person, so do spiritual thing, don't manage. So the Prabhupada did not establish material management. What Prabhupada established is spiritual management. It's beyond ashram situation, beyond the ashram. And by the way, in our Siddhanta, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said, one who knows should teach. One who knows should become a guru. He didn't say a householder should become a guru, sannyasi should become a guru. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu didn't say that. One who knows should become a guru. That's the qualification. So it doesn't depend on material considerations. A leader should have a vision. It doesn't matter if you're a householder, you're a sannyasi, whatever it is. The main thing is qualification. So if we have qualification, we can do. Donacharya is Brahman, is Kshatriya. Parasanam, he acted both. Chanaka Pandit. So Swayambhuva Munu, he is perfect manager, perfect spiritualist, both. That's his position. So he's very sharp. He will not just say ordinary manager. He's a spiritual manager. So he knows both perfectly, and he did both things perfectly. So he's better than whoever may be in this material world. So mantra 1 to 3, the perfect relationship between the Lord, the living entities, and his creation. This is more detailed. So mantra 1 to 3 teaches us the perfect relationship between the Lord, the living entities, and his creation. We already mentioned before that the Vedas, they show us where we belong in the universe. It presents unique insight into the structure of the universe and our place within it. This is Upanishad. You get this knowledge when we study this. So it begins with an introduction. Introduction or invocation. Invocation describes the absolute truth. The objective of the book is explained in invocation. What is the objective of the Isopanisad? Mantra 1 describes the 𝐒𝐰𝐴𝐵 concept, the supreme ownership and controllership of the Lord. This mantra 1. It describes the 𝐒𝐰𝐴𝐵 concept, placing the supreme ownership, clearly defined the supreme ownership and controllership of the Lord. Isa. So we're going to look at Isa. Isa before Abasa. Isa or Sri Isa. Isa. There are two words joined together. Isa. It's a control also. So how will you know? How can you defend that Isa is not referring to Shiva, Lord Vishnu? You will find it. You will find inside. Everything is defined here. Mantra 2 describes the consequence of following the law given in Mantra 1. Mantra 2, it does what? It describes the consequence of following the law given in Mantra 1. 𝐸𝐴𝐵𝐴 principle. The consequence, the result. And Mantra 3 is the opposite. The consequences of not following the law given in Mantra 1. To 8. This group, this section, who cannot and who can understand the absolute truth, the two persons. Who can understand the absolute and who cannot understand. So this is discussed between mantra 4 to 8. Who can and who cannot understand the absolute truth. Their qualities will be described in the mantras. Now to break it down into mantra to mantra. Mantras 4 and 5 describe why people mentioned in mantra 3 can't understand. Why people mentioned in mantra 3 cannot understand. Why they cannot understand. Mantra 3, 4 and 5 explains that. 3, mantra 4 and 5 describe why people mentioned in mantra 3 cannot understand. You'll see it. You just get down the details. Then when we go through it, you'll see. Then you can refer to check if they correspond. They will correspond. They will correspond to each of them. This is a detail for each mantra. So we have a clear understanding of what each mantra stands for. What is it teaching? Then we'll try to make it live. How does this mantra relate to us as individuals? How are we connected with this? How is it? Is it separate from us, or we are part of this? Are we doing something which is here, or we are doing something which is outside? Each mantra will tell us everything. So mantras 6 and 7 describe the vision of the Mahabhagavat. The vision of Mahabhagavat. 6 and 7. One who sees Krishna everywhere. This is vision of a Mahabhagavat. He sees Krishna everywhere. Mantra 6 and 7. Mantra 8 describes some qualities of the Lord as seen by the Mahabhagavat. Some qualities of the Lord the Mahabhagavat can see. Mantras 9, 10, 11. This group 9, 10, 11, 9 to 11. This group, it is about the cultivation of knowledge and nations. Cultivation of knowledge and nations. 9, 11, 9, 10, 11. 3 mantras. In this section, Shajabu Amanu. That is a group. I'm going to break it to go one by one. So if you are finished with that. So you know the section also. Like in Barogeta we have different sections. Here also we have different sections. So mantra 9 describes 2 kinds of people who lack knowledge. Two kinds of people who lack
Knowledge.
knowledge and not follow 𝐒𝐰𝐴𝐵 principle. They don't follow 𝐒𝐰𝐵 principle. Therefore, they don't have knowledge. Two kinds of people that doesn't have. Is lack this knowledge. Ten. Describe how to acquire true knowledge. How to acquire true knowledge. Mantra 11. Describe the understanding of regulative positions of material and spiritual knowledge. Relative positions of material and spiritual knowledge. Relative position of material and spiritual knowledge. That is mantra 11. Are you true? 12 to 14. 12, 13, 14. Worship of absolute and worship of relative. This is subheading. Now we're going to break it down. Worship of absolute and worship of relative. That which is not absolute. Two kinds of worship is there. That is mantra 12. Mantra 13. Describe how to develop proper understanding of the absolute. Proper understanding of the absolute. Describe the importance of proper understanding of material and spiritual energies. Importance of proper understanding of material and spiritual energies. Fifteen to 18. 15 to 18. Sober. Prayers for revelation of the Lord's spiritual form. Prayers for revelation. Revelation. To show the Lord's spiritual form. Some people say, remove this covering, this glaring effulgence. Remove it so I can see you. I want to see the real person.
Prayer for revelation.
Revelation. Yes. Prayers for revelation of the Lord's spiritual form. The Lord's spiritual form. So, devotees are not satisfied with the light. You want to see what is the source of the light. Who is producing this light? The devotee want to see that. So I'm going to pray for that. Okay, the details. 15. Describe the relation between Krishna and his spiritual potency, the Brahma-Jyoti. Describes the relation between Krishna and his spiritual potency, the Brahma-Jyoti. Mantra 15. Brahmajyoti. You will get it inside. Yes, it's Christian spiritual potency. The Brahmajyoti. We'll talk about Brahmajyoti. Yes. Mantra 16 is a prayer for revelation. Prayer for revelation. 16. 17. Emphasis understanding Krishna at the time of death. And the last mantra, 18, is a concluding prayer to receive Krishna's mercy. I want to receive Krishna's mercy. Does it make sense? Huh? So now we can understand each mantra, what they stand for, what to expect from each mantra, and what each mantra is teaching. Is it clear? Yes. So when you take Isopanisad, immediately you can understand what is all the mantras about, right? If you go through it, it teaches everything that we need to know. Yes. So this is the detail. And does it make sense?
Yes.
Okay. So now, should we continue? So we go to invocation. Let's go there. I have to go there. Before the invocation is introduction. It's very long. Introduction is a properly explain the importance of Vedic knowledge. The importance of Vedic knowledge. As Isopanisad is a Vedic literature, a brief explanation is given of what are the Vedas, how the Vedic knowledge is authentic, and how it is relevant for us, and what is the process of acquiring this Vedic knowledge. So Prabhupada explained all in the introduction. And this is a lecture. Can you imagine? It's a lecture. I heard that actually this was for Bhagavad Gita. This was for Bhagavad Gita. Anyway, some other it is placed here. But it's a lecture. The Prabhupada is speaking about the Vedas. Have you read it? Have you read the... So did you see that here Prabhupada explained what are the Vedas? Because I didn't go this in my book, I have marked all of them, so it's easy for me to, but I didn't read this, so it will be difficult for me to find it. Anyway, let's go. Teachings of the Vedas, delivered as a lecture by His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada on October 6th, 1969 at Colvey Hall, London, England. So Srila Prabhupada explained generally Vedic knowledge. And he explained what are the Vedas, what we need to accept it, how to get it, the aim and the history of the Vedas, and the means of this knowledge. So it is divided into ABC. Let's see. What are the Vedas? Prabhupada said, Veda comes from the Veda root, vit, meaning to know or to be aware. That's the Veda. To know. So, the book of knowledge. In section A, Srila Prabhupada explained in the introduction. Our knowledge is imperfect. Srila Prabhupada also explained in the introduction that Vedic knowledge is for all, not only for Hindus. It is for all living entities. This Prabhupada explained in the translation. You see it if you have read it. You see this point Prabhupada made. Our knowledge is imperfect. And we have Prabhupada mentioned the 4 defects of human. The 4 defects. There are 4 defects, right? We are familiar with the 4 defects. And he gave example of so many. Mahatma Gandhi is one who can make mistake. And yes, just Kennedy of America. And all of us, we made mistake. All of us. Every day we make mistakes. Our senses are not perfect. Let me give you an example. What is this? Cover. What is this? Box. Glass. Example. What is this? What is this? Plastic. What is this? Spectacle box. Thank you. This thing has no importance without the content. It's a spectacle box, not plastics, not glass. It must be complete. Right? It must be complete. So if I tell you water in the room, there's water in the room, what will you think? What is the next thing that comes to your mind? Huh? Okay, it's spread, the water is spread everywhere. Then? And then? Then what? That's all? The water cannot be in the room without the container. If you keep water in the room, it must have a container. Otherwise, it is spread, well, like you said. But I'm not talking about a room filled with water. I'm saying the water in the room. So that means that the next thing to think about is the container that is keeping the water in that room. This is how our senses, our senses are perfect, right? So there's so many imperfections that is there in our mind. And if you tell somebody, Aribo, what's the height? What's the height? 5 feet? What's the height? 6 feet? What is the height?
Height?
Yes.
5.
5 feet. 5'4". See? All are lies. What's the size? 110,000. That is your height. You see how I was just like, when you play, so yes. Yeah, that is your height. I say, what is your height? I didn't say what's your body. I didn't say your body. I say you. You didn't understand when I say, what is your height? I didn't say, how old is your body? When I ask people like, how old is your body? Nobody asked me this kind of question before. This is your body. This body we carry. That is illusion. This illusion of the living entities. So Isopanisad clears all this illusion and show us where we are. How to function within this universe. This is the knowledge you get from the Vedas. This is Vedas. So what is the importance of the Vedas? What is the importance of the Vedas?
To know where we are.
They show us where we belong to in this world. They show us. They show our position. They show also the material energy, the spiritual energy of Krishna. They show us Krishna. So we know exactly what are we? What are we? We know exactly that. This is the Vedas. This you get from the Vedas. Therefore, the Vedas are not for one section of people. It is for all living entities, especially the human beings, because the animals will not study. But human beings, you should study the Vedas. The Vedic knowledge is a geometric truth, All what I'm saying is in the purport. The proper is axiomatic. What is axiomatic? It's axiomatic. Then we are in mantra 5 or 6. What is axiomatic truth? Axiomatic. See, if you are studying something, study it completely. Axiomatic truth. Yes, it is a fact. Absolute. That is absolute. It doesn't change with time or space. And you can verify it. Through a proper give example, who will tell who is your father? So who is your mother? Who will tell? Who can show us our father? Is a mother. So this is the Vedas. You don't have to go and hang in the street. Excuse me, where's my father? Excuse me, can you show me my father? You will never get it. You will never get it. You will get it through a mother. How many minutes it will take to get the answer? How many minutes? Just immediately. Yeah, you get it. So the Vedas, those who are fortunate, they approach the Vedas for knowledge. Not nations, not fools. So it is true that the Vedas show us where we are in the universe. We know where we are. And Prabhupada explained that Vedas, they come from Krishna. The Vedas are coming from Krishna, not man-made. The Vedas are coming from Krishna. It is like our mother. The Vedas are like our mother. It is called Sabda Brahmana. Sabda Brahmana. The Vedas. So all these are the Vedas we're talking. These are Vedas. What is the importance of Vedas? This is the explanation. You should know. It is called the Sabda Pramana. How many Pramanas we have? How many? How many do we have? So like Jiva Goswami said, there are 10. And Gurudev put it in his book. Have you seen it? Gurudev lists all the names. I have the list here. There are 10. Out of the 10, the best is the 3. That is why we know all the 3. There are 10 Pramanas in total. But out of the 10, the best one is 3. And out of the 3, the Savda Pramana. This is the king. Why is it the king? Properly explained here. Why is it the king? Why is it better? Why is it better? It is infallible sound. Yes? We have the deductive and inductive. Deductive and inductive. What I see is what I believe. Is it perfect? Why? Why is it not perfect? Our art is not perfect, yes, very good. What else? Okay, the 4 defects are there, very good. We have the 4 defects. What else? What else? Stimulate your mind, this is what we're saying. What else? Yeah, because we have the 4 defects. Okay, it's wrong. What else? That's all? Something will be there. Why is it wrong that it's only what I see that I believe? If I don't see, it don't exist for me.
Our experience also can be limited, so we may not understand.
Very good, yes, we are limited. We are limited. We are limited. So, something more? Yeah, 4 defects there. Illusion. Only what I see that I believe. Anything else, I don't believe. What is wrong with that?
There are other ways of experiencing besides seeing. Besides seeing, there are other ways of experiencing. Like, not just seeing is the only way. There are other ways that are not like. And also we process the information through our brain.
Which is material, right? It's material. Have you seen your mind? Eh? So if someone said, it's only what I see that I believe, the person seen the mind, intelligence, the air? But who is that person who will tell me that there is no air? Because I don't believe it. I don't see it. Is that knowledge? It's a fool. So that is condemned. That is not the best way to acquire knowledge because it is not. It doesn't have any substance. It cannot give us something tangible. It's full of mistakes and faults. Right? What I see, what I believe is nonsense. This is foolish philosophy. Because there are so many things which we cannot see, but they're in existence. Right? So that is not the best. The Sabda Pramana is everything came into existence from sound. Everything. All these gross things you see in this material world, they all came from sound. That's studied about what all sound. The mode of ignorance produces everything, all the gross things we see in this material world is sound. Similarly, we are vibrating the spiritual sound to counteract the negative sound, which is the Mahamudra, and it's a transcendental sound. It will contract all the negative sound. So knowledge is gotten through hearing. It's hearing. Hearing will so powerfully destroy all the illusion, the ignorance that is blocking us Sound can do that perfectly and reveal the truth. It gives transcendental knowledge, the Vedas. Yes. The Vedas are not compilation of human knowledge. It is not a compilation of human brain, which is full of mistakes and faults. That is not the Vedas. Transcendental knowledge cannot be acquired by any other means other than sacred grammar. You cannot read a book and become a pure devotee, but you can hear the sound and become purified. Sound. We are chanting Hare Krishna mantra, the sound is purifying us. The sound. So this is the Vedas. The three ways of getting knowledge, like you said. Pratyaksha, Anumana, and Sabdabrahma. Two approaches. Inductive, Aroha, Panta, and Avaroha Panta. From the Guru, a devotee of Lord Krishna, one also received knowledge. So there are 10 brahmanas. Swami gave it. Ten brahmanas. Arsa, one another. Arsa. One is Arsa, Upamana, Arpapati, Abhava, Sambhava, Aitya, Chista, Pratyaksha, Anumana, and Sabda. They don't need, I'm just giving you big, but there are 10. There are 10 brahmanas. Not anything. The 3 and the last one. Yeah, 10. We have the best, so we don't have to go. But for knowledge, you should know that there are 10. The history. What is the history? The Veda. Originally the words, only one Veda. Then later, just they divided into Rig, Sam, Tarva, and Veda. Again, Upanishads. After that is Upanishad. And for those of us who are not scientists, our brain cannot go into details. I was in a seminar one day, and the seminar was about chanting. I wonder, it was so sophisticatedly, scientifically presented. So I look at the presenter and I was looking at the audience and look at myself. I don't have to first understand what he was saying. Does the holy name need that? To chant the holy name, we need that. So it's a mechanical process like this. The task our brain. Don't take beat and chant. You are there. It's a simple thing. Don't make it complicated. So yesterday he gave the Mahabharata and the 17 Puranas. And then the last is what? The Vedanta Sutra. From the Vedanta Sutra, the commentary of Vedanta Sutra is
Bhagavatam.
Srimad Bhagavatam. This is Srimad Bhagavatam. So this is the history. The actual aim of the Vedic research is to find out what is the aim of the Vedas.
God.
So understand Krishna. Krishna is the aim. Alright? So we have also 17 Puranas. How many? 17 Puranas. Anyone know the names? All the names? Okay. I have got the names. All of them. So listen to my question. I'm talking about 17 Puranas. Inside the 17 Puranas. All the names.
But somewhere it is given 18.
Yes. 18 because I didn't put Isopanisad there. I didn't put Isopanisad here. It is more than that also because Tapan Upanishad is not here. It's not counted here. Yes, it's not counted among the Upanishads. And our chariots, one of our chariots, they get commentary. In some, but not all. Venue, and they are also grouped into 3 sections. The Sattvic one, the Rajasic, and the Tamasic. Want to hear them?
Yes.
Okay. Sattvic ones are Vishnu, Naradiya, Padma, Garuda, Gara. This is Sattvic one.
5.
Sattvic.
5.
Yes. Then you can add Isopanisad. The Rajasic one is Brahmanda, Markandeya, Vamana, Brahma-Vaivarta, Bhavishya, Rama. This is Rajasic, in the mode of passion. So the mode of passion. You are writing?
No, I have Purana's name.
Okay, you have Tamasic is Matsya, Linga, Skanda, Kurma, Shiva, Agni. This is Tamasic.
This Vaman Puran is Rajasic and Matsya Puran is Tamasic.
Yes. So what's the problem?
Because they are related to Lord Vishnu, so we expect them.
You know content? That's the problem. The qualification is based on the content. What is inside? You see, even if it is Vishnu, but the content, who compiled that, who arranged it, not who compiled, who composed it, that is the issue. That is how it is classified. It is the content. Right?
You told that the Vedas, it comes from like with one word like with. So that that means to be away. So to be away from what?
Bit aware,
Aware.
not away.
And Shruti and Smriti, they are divided on what basis?
Shruti and Smriti. An intelligent person should not separate them. Know why? Why? Shruti means what? What is Shruti?
Here,
Hearing. Hearing what? What are we hearing?
not
The Vedas. Right? The Vedas. And Smriti means what? What are we remembering?
What they remember.
What we have heard.
Yes, the Vedas. The Vedas. So people are making mistake, not but we should know this. If I give a commentary, the commentary is coming from what?
from Veda.
The Vedas are authentic and the person is authentic. The both of them are correct. So we cannot separate the two. Separating them means ignorance, means we don't know.
But we were given a sheet, it was divided, and it is there that Smriti, like it is based on
Shruti.
Shruti.
Yes, that is a commentary.
Sages
The reason why they are refusing, is that you gave the commentary, but they forgot to understand that the commentary you gave is from where? It is from this book. For them, at that time, they have the knowledge. They have the knowledge to hear everything and everything is there. But yes, he did. See how he did everything? He's breaking everything down, because of our human limitation. So how many of us will get without the Smriti? How many of us will understand this?
No one.
It's difficult. So there is a need for Smriti. Especially, it's coming from a pure soul. It's a commentary. Don't make it very easy. Smriti is the commentary of the Shruti. That is the easiest way to put it. Alright, I want to finish breaking today. So you can take break. Did you learn something?
Yes.
So we'll continue. Very good. Prabhupada ki jai. Isopanisad ki jai. So we start with the invocation.
Yes.